it be right. Gonna get it now. Ready for the weather now. Go get your sweater now. Smile like it's cheddar now. Yeah, time to go get it now. I will not let you down. I'm up when I'm down. I ain't got time to frown. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. There's nothing you can say that can even change my day. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. I feel so good today.
Hello guys, I am your host, Kiana F. Brown. Thank you for tuning in, and I see straps, y'all. Y'all ain't tell me in the studio. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. It is Forgiveness Friday. I'm your host. I'm excited about today. I am super excited about this show. When I was in my transition of Forgiveness Fridays from platforms, this young lady, kept the fire going with me by doing an internet interview, I think we were using Zoom or something like that at that time. But however, guys, I got her back. She's in the studio and she is going to share some amazing information with us. And I've been screwing up the name because I call her China. So it's Darnetrice. I had it. I said it like 50 times. Darnetrice Gallion. I got your last name all the way together. Long as I know that last name so I can put that on the check. But however, guys, we are here today and we're talking about choices. That's right. We're talking about choices. And there are some amazing choices that I'm just going to go ahead and say it. China has been dealing with, and she's had to surpass many obstacles. And it was merely a choice. It was merely a choice. So right now, before we dig deep into this show and start talking to our guests and finding more information about her, there's something that you have to do on your phone, your handheld device. You need to share it. You need to share this message out because I believe that this is something that will help someone wherever they are in life, wherever they are. But the first step, you got to make that choice. You got to make the choice to push the share button so that you can make sure that you are giving the people on your timeline valuable information. So let's get right into it. So this is the time of the show where Miss China is going to actually share with us her testimony. I'm just going to sit back and listen and how forgiveness plays a part of your testimony as well.
Okay, a little about myself. I'm a mother of 4. I'm a full-time employee. I run 2 businesses. I also have sickle cells, so I've been going through different health issues. I discovered it at 23. I went through 4 surgeries, and 2 of my children was not planned. So from 2017 to 2018, a lot of roadblocks came in my life. From me having my 3rd child to me having gallstones, gallbladder removal. A month later, found out I was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
God forgave me because I was trying to get an abortion. God was like, no, you're going to keep this child. I was too far, so I had to keep her. I had her at 36 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And I lost my job maybe a month before having her. It was on the interview I was going in labor.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, you were persevering. You were pushing through, going through a lot.
A month later, found out I had a blood clot in my leg, DVT, life-threatening.
Wow.
I had to have a newborn with 3 other kids, a toddler with a swollen leg, and I'm still on blood thinners.
To this day?
Yes.
Wow.
Still on blood thinners. So I was going to back and forth to the doctors with a newborn with a swollen leg, barely could walk. But I pushed through. I actually had a suicide moment that year. I tried to take my own life because I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. But my spirit wouldn't let me do it because I kept thinking about my kids.
Yes. What would happen?
I prayed. God brought me out. I asked for forgiveness because that was very selfish of me to try to take my own life when God got better plans for me.
Amen. Amen. I received that. I totally and wholeheartedly received that. A lot of the times we go through different challenges and we literally, and I was just having this conversation earlier today with someone, and she was sharing how, like, you know, sometimes she just wants to give up. And I said, I know that it gets hard. I know that it gets rough sometimes, but we have to realize, you know, we're still here for a reason. You know, why are we still here? We may not know today. We may not know tomorrow. But especially for us as parents,
Right.
you know, there is a future in our children, and we are a part of that future. And the decisions that we make in our today will be the roadmap for what they do or who they become in their futures. So I thank God that you listen to that voice. Sometimes we ignore it. Sometimes we don't want to pay attention to it. Sometimes we want to, you know, push it way far back out of our hearing and do what we feel is best for us in the flesh. And a lot of times that's not the best thing to do. So I'm glad that you know today the voice of God, because a lot of people don't know his voice. They don't know how to clearly discern the directions that he's given us. I always say that if you sit and listen, he's talking to you. He's talking to you daily. So I just thank God right now for your life. Like, it's truly an honor to sit here next to you, because there's so many people who've given up. There's so many people who, like, I sit here and listen. Some people listen to my story and they're like, oh my goodness. But I'm sitting here listening to your story like, oh my gosh. Like, I would not, and I can't even imagine what it is to walk in your footsteps. So I just humbly commend you for taking the next step, for making that choice to do something different. And so you said there are some different things that you're doing in the entrepreneurial space. What are those things?
I'm currently a credit agent, so I help people refer them to our credit program. It's not just for credit, it's for credit repair, savings, budgeting. We give out scholarships to teens from 18 to go to college. They go in schools, teach from 8 to 18, teach them about financial literacy, because, you know, growing up we wasn't taught that. They still don't teach it in school.
No, they don't.
It's very important because we accumulate a lot of debt, and we end up in these situations or get these credit cards and we maxing them out, not knowing that later on it's a price we got to pay.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, trust me, I know. I know that.
That's what I do. I help people, refer people to our program. We offer a lot of different services, 11 different services. We have a credit lawyer that helps fight to get things off your credit.
Okay.
Because, you know, people have bankruptcies and repossessions. I actually had a repossession last year as well.
Oh, wow.
So that's what made me my credit score drop. I was going through financial problems, and like.
Now, how did that affect your life to go through the financial problems? Because a lot of the times, and we just had another financial expert on the show, and she was sharing about how, you know, what some of the chemical effects of going through those things in your mental psyche will do. What are some of the things that you've run across or in dealing with conversation with people?
It's very depressing, and I had one girl inbox me on Facebook, and she was like, how you do it? She didn't have a job, and I kept telling her, like, you know, pray and just keep reaching out to people and keep applying yourself and don't give up, because she wanted to give up as well, but I just kept motivating her and pushing her, and now she's working, and she's actually an agent in our program too. She helped people as well. But I just kept encouraging her, like, she was living out of cars, and you know, it causes suicidal thoughts, because if your car gets snatched or you get put out your house and then you're homeless and then you don't got money to feed your kids and it's cold outside, you don't got coats and stuff like that, even though it is programs that help until you get on your feet. You just gotta push through, because it's very depressing. It's very depressing not having funds, and especially having kids.
Yeah.
Because telling your child I don't have it, and it's hard, and it's heartbreaking to even tell your child you don't have it.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be the provider. To me, that's the hardest job I have, is being a mom.
I know I was at the 7-Eleven yesterday with my son, and there was a gentleman out there, and he was asking for donations for money, and I gave him $1. And so my son said, why did you give that to him? And so it was literally me having that conversation with him, that we're not the richest people in the world. God has blessed us to have what we have, but there are people who are less fortunate. And just to break that down to him, it's like, you say we are the providers for our children. Just to think about being in that space or that situation where you cannot provide for your child, that, it's like the most hurting feeling I can imagine a parent having, not being able to be a sustainable person in their life. And that's what your program helps provide for you, with being there for your kids and things like that. And so, I know that you do it for that aspect of it, but what made you want to help others? Like, what is the push and the drive behind that?
Moms like me, people that want to give up and commit suicide over those things. And I put out a message on Instagram, and I thought about myself. I'm like, you have sickle cells, you've been through 4 surgeries, your light's been cut off, but they tell patients like me you can't have kids or it's high risk. I just think I'm put on this earth to help other people. Like, if I can help somebody else get in a situation to win, then that makes me feel good as a person. Like, I want to see all of us win. I don't want to see nobody depressed, not having it, can't take care of their children. Like, that right there breaks my heart. And as a community, we can come together and teach each other financial literacy and teach each other how to save and do a budget, and what you bring in every month. So let's sit down and plan out what bills you got to ditch out, or what can we eliminate so we won't overspend what we do not have. And that's a problem in our community, that we do a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we spend money that we don't have, and it put us in debt. And that's something that I would like to help.
Spending money that you think you're going to have.
Right. And we don't have it, and we end up lights either getting cut off or car getting snatched and things like that. And then you just really gotta push for entrepreneurship as well, even though you work. Because, for instance, when the government shut down, they wasn't getting paid, and then there was people that started making pies and selling them. But you always gotta have that plan A, B, or C, just in case, because you don't want to end up in that situation where you end up getting put out your house or you can't provide for your children. So that's very important.
All right, guys, I hope y'all getting this information. We're going to share a little bit more on the other side of this commercial break. But right now, that's where we're going. So if you haven't shared, it's the opportunity for you to share so that other people can tune in and get more information on the other side of this commercial break. I'm Kiana F. Brown. This is Forgiveness Friday, and we'll be right back.
Hey Forgiveness Nation, I'm here with Kiana. Just got to meet her, and I love what she stands for about forgiveness and letting things go. And we just believe as you do that, you'll see God's blessings in new ways. So we bless you, we pray for you, and believe in you'll see an awesome 2019.
Certified pet esthetician, owner and stylist here at Pooch Styles Pet Grooming. We are located in Forestville, Maryland. We have dedicated our business to learning through technology, education, and providing great services to our clients. We offer traditional grooming, creative grooming, and even skin therapy. If your pet has any needs as it relates to skin, we are here for you. This is the system and the products that we have set together to provide your pet with forgiveness. We would like to welcome you and your pet to our home. Great evening, guys. It's Kiana F. Brown. You're just tuning back into Forgiveness Fridays, and we are super excited because we are talking about making the choice today. And our amazing guest, Miss China, she has made the choice time and time and time again. I mean, many different things, challenges that have come up against her. She has defeated it with making the choice to change, to do something different, not just for herself, but the people in her community. So I am super excited to get back into it. If people are just tuning in, we found out about you having sickle cell. We found out about, you having multiple births, and you're not even supposed to have kids. And, then you had a blood. I mean, just a whole lot, guys, a whole lot. And she is still thriving and pushing and helping other people. Her mission is to help other women just like herself, moms, so that they can provide for their children. And we were talking a little bit about the business that you had. You said that you had two. We were talking about one. What is the other venture that you have?
Travel agent, because I love to travel. I think traveling, especially for moms, you need that peace. It's like rejuvenating. Like, even if you do a little retreat, it's like a peace of mind for me. Okay. Because I go through a lot, and like just being on the beach, meditating, drinking your water is just a peace of mind. Everybody need a vacation.
Yes, I need a vacation, so that means we will be talking.
Okay.
Because I do need to schedule some things, especially for my little Jeremiah. He wants to go on a birthday cruise.
You should take him.
Yeah, you think?
From Florida, do the carnival. Quick little 2 or 3 day cruise.
Okay, so guys, y'all hear this information that she's sharing. She can help you in the area of getting your credit straight, and once you get that credit straight, you go on a little trip to get it all the way together. But in saying all of that, you also have a full-time job. And so what is that job?
I work at a Nova Cardiovascular Center, doing authorizations for the doctors for surgeries.
Okay, so what is it like working, we go to the doctors all the time, and we're obviously on the opposite end. What is it like working in the practice? Like,
I'm on the billing side, so
oh,
we see all the charges and make sure the authorizations are approved, making sure your insurances get it in a timely manner so you can get your surgery. Because this is my first time working in heart cardio. I know how important that is. You need your heart.
Yes.
So that I make sure I get my job done because people need their surgeries.
Amen. So you're doing major things all around the board. I mean, your primary, most important job is being that mommy, and all of the other things just kind of back that up so that you can be what you need to be despite what's going on with you internal. What is that daily life? What does that daily life look like, for you to actually make that choice? Like when you get up in the morning, what is it that you say to yourself to get you moving and pushing for that day?
I think about my kids, and that's what I had. God spoke to me this week. He was like, you have sickle cells, you have 4 kids, but you're still blessed. Because some people don't even make it as far as you did with 4 kids, 4 surgeries. You still breathing, you still here. I have a purpose and a plan for you. So I wake up every morning, I look at my kids, I'm like, I gotta get up. I hop on the prayer line for 15 minutes, and I listen to my morning affirmations, and that's how I start my day.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I love to, get your mind together before you walk out the door, because I believe that is the biggest thing that some of us don't do. You don't have that, that quiet time. You're getting up, you're rushing, you're and just trying to hurry up and get out of the house, and then you end up getting in traffic and somebody upsets you. But I noticed that once you have that quiet time, if somebody tries to cut you off, you're like, oh, you got it. You can go ahead, because you're in more of a peaceful, serene space where a lot of things just kind of trickle right on off of you. So I believe that's some great advice. So if some of you are trying to figure out what you can do to get your day started, wake up with a prayer and get some meditation in, and be thankful for the blessings that God has allowed for you to have thus far in life. And if you woke up, you're still here, that means you still have something to do. And the biggest part of that for me is forgiving yourself for all of those yucky thoughts that you have, and it's pressing forward, making the choice. And that's what I really, really love and admire about you, is that you constantly, continuously make that choice despite of whatever you feel. And whatever is going on with your day, because I know physically, mentally, emotionally, there may be some different things going on. I know they go on with me. So just kudos to you. But we've been talking about choice, and I want to give the definition of choice, because this is our word time right now. This is where we break down some of the things that we were sharing in the show. And the definition for choice is an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities. And just as you shared, two or more possibilities run across the choice that you make before you decide to do what you do in the day. One, still stay here laying in bed. Because sometimes I don't want to get up, girl. Like even this morning, I was like, I do not feel like getting up. But I said, I got to take Jeremiah to school. I got to be on time. One of the young ladies said I'm going to be running late. So that means I really got to be there. I really got to show up. And so, it's just making that choice. And so you've given us more than one example of providing a healthy choice for us in the morning. And then let's go on to the scripture that we've chosen for today. And it's Hebrews 13:5. And we're actually coming from the ESV version. Keep your life free from love of money and be content with what you have. For he said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And this scripture really is speaking to me from the reference point of, one, getting your finances together, right? That's what you talk about. But then he also said, be content. So even in that transition where, you said the main point and purpose behind everything is making sure you provide for your kids, is to, that he will never leave or forsake you. So even when, you didn't have the money and you realized that, hey, I got to figure out, how to budget this money. I got to, do what I have to do. And that is not having the love for money, but respecting what you have. And so, in that, when you do that, he will never leave you or forsake you. And just as he's done and is continuously doing, providing for you over and over and over again. So I want to hear what you got to say about this definition in the scripture. If you want to see what it says, because I know sometimes I talk a little fast, y'all.
What I want to say is, what I wrote earlier this week is, be grateful for what you have, because when people wake up complaining about what they don't have, if you got a roof over your head, you got food, clothes on your back, and you wake up every day, God gave you another chance to go out here and make a better decision on how I'm going to get the finances to invest in a business or provide for my family or make sure my kids eat tonight or whatever it is that you need to do financially. If you wake up, you get a chance. And never be ungrateful, because somebody always praying for the life that you have.
Yeah.
Like me, I have sickle cells, and I have thoughts sometimes like, I'm 30 years old and I just want to be normal. But then I had to tell myself, like, you blessed. Like, it's people, like my cousin was 15 and he died from sickle cells. He would have been 25 this year. So honestly, I had to look at that like, I'm really blessed to be here with 4 kids and still sharing my story and helping others. So don't complain about what you don't have. Be grateful for what you do have. And if you wake up and you're not happy with what you have in life, make a better choice to go out here and do better so you can have what you desire to have, because you can have it. You just have to get up and go out here and get it. It's out here. You just got to find the resources, ask people, whatever it is that you have to do, but be thankful for what God gave you and that you woke up, because it's somebody that's fighting on their deathbed right now while you complaining about the life that you have. So that's my message to share with people.
Girl, you just said that one. You said that one all the way together. So what I want you to do right now, because you have a plethora of things going on, is share with our audience how they can stay connected with you.
You can reach me on Instagram at Darnetrice, DARNETRICE _Gallion, and also on Facebook at Darnetrice Gallion Ling, LING.
All right, guys. So there you go. You have it. If you got to kind of like, after the show's over, press the rewind button to make sure you get that information. Stay connected, because she can help you with your finances, and she can get you on that trip that you want to go on. But she can also talk to you and inspire you to change. You have the choice to change today. All right, guys, we're wrapping up this show. It's another amazing Forgiveness Friday. I am your host, Kiana F. Brown, your forgiveness expert. And in everything, wait a minute, we can't go. December the 1st, we are having the Uplift launch here. We are launching the documentary that is going to be viewed right here in the studio. You've been in here when we've had a live studio audience. So guys, make sure that you go to Eventbrite. All you have to do is look for the Uplift Project. Go to the Eventbrite, and there's some amazing things that are going to be going on. I'm also a part of an amazing magazine, B&P Magazine. We're doing something awesome. Check out my Facebook page, because we need you guys to come out and support, because we are going to change and shift things starting here in PG County. All right, guys, now I'm gone for real now. So in everything that you do, remember, you have to live the life that you were created to live. Do it for the kingdom, and be it the best that you can. All right, guys, see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Have a great evening.
Gonna get better now. Ready for the weather now. Go get your sweater now. Smile like it's cheddar now. Yeah, time to go get it out. I will not let you down. I'm up when I'm down. I ain't got time to frown. I feel so happy. There's nothing you can say that can even change my day. I feel so happy. I feel so good today.